Cynosure, designers that listen, designs that speak. The requirements for this project were to create an office that fit 3 people, measured 50 feet by 50 feet, and demonstrated concepts that we have learned in class. It also had to include a reception area, a common room, and a bathroom. Going into this project, I wanted to build an office that promoted communication between the designer and the client. This office would close the divide between the client's ideas and needs and the designer's renders. Cynosure would provide a space in which every member of the designing process could synthesize and be heard. Within this office, a client would feel involved, understood, and represented, while a designer would benefit from knowing exactly what the client wants and what the project would require. My theme for this project is designers that listen and designs that speak. For this project, I chose to pursue a Mediterranean style or Spanish modern. This style uses an earth tone palette, arched doorways, high ceilings, tiles, and interior balconies. I incorporated this style by using a color palette of whites, blacks, and browns. Wood, plaster, and metal made up the majority of the office's surface, with most of the furniture being wooden. Doorways are arched, and the interior balcony exemplifies the Mediterranean style. The tiled staircase and overall earthy material palette cement this design to its style. Much of my inspiration for this project came from Michael Birch's Alta Cañada, various design works by Martin Lawrence Bullard, and Alpha Studio Design Group's Clark Street. Pictured here are various examples of architecture that represent the Mediterranean style. In these pictures, you can see the earth tone palette, the arched doorways, and the balconies that are common to this style. Shown here are the fonts and colors that make up the Cynosure logo. The word Cynosure is used to describe something that demands attention due to its brilliance. It can also be used to describe something that offers guidance. Both of these definitions are fitting, as the Cynosure design firm aims to create quality products by providing enhanced understanding and guidance between clients and designers. The Cynosure logo is a Venn diagram of 2 speech bubbles. The yellow is representative of the client's ideas and dreams, while the blue symbolizes the designer's skill and knowledge. Red is a rich and regal color, which is what Cynosure produces best. Alternatively, the bubbles could be seen as compasses, further exemplifying the guiding qualities of this firm. The pattern shown here is a repetition of the shared part in the Venn diagram. This pattern is also meant to resemble the terracotta roofing often seen in Mediterranean-style structures. I feel that it is very important to create a bond between the designer and the client. I am in a somewhat unique position to arrive at this conclusion, as I am a designer but also a potential client. Having spent several years writing a book, I know that I will one day have it illustrated. When I do, the design must be perfect. I have spent many years investing myself into this manuscript, and if a designer were unable to perfectly reproduce what I have long envisioned this illustration to be, I would be discontent. That is why Cynosure's primary aim is to foster a connection and understanding between client and designer, so that projects bearing lots of personal attachment can be handled ideally and executed perfectly. This office is located inside Cynosure Design Firm. Cynosure specializes in fostering personal connections between designers and clients. Through this unique bond, the firm is able to meet the client's wants more efficiently, while also cementing a reliable market through return clients. This office is one of many inside Cynosure's main headquarters, stationed in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Shown here is a view of the final render of the office with 2 of the external walls removed for the camera. My personas for this project were myself, a professional illustrator working at Cynosure Design Firm who wanted an office that lended itself to interconnectivity between people to ensure that my design is meeting the goals of my client. My other persona was Robert Jefferson, a recent author looking to have his manuscript illustrated. He had been working on his novel for several years and is personally as well as financially invested in the design's success. When arriving at the office, The first thing a visitor may take note of is that there's no door barring the office from the hallway. This is done to ensure visitors will feel both welcome as well as unconfined inside the office. This way, visitors will feel more at ease discussing their goals with designers. Once the visitor has stepped inside, they will be greeted at the reception desk by one of the designers. At this point, the client may take a seat at the desk to discuss business with a designer. Once this initial stage of acquaintancement is fulfilled, the designer can step away from the desk and introduce the rest of the design staff from the balcony. The client and designer can then sit near the railing, moving ever further from the door and deeper into the personality of the office. At this stage, the client and designer will reside in a more comfortable furniture that also demands more effort to leave, therefore encouraging a lengthy, in-depth conversation. After some time has passed and the designer develops a keener understanding of the client's needs, the two may venture even deeper into the office to consult the rest of the design staff. If the client ever needs to ask for a drink of water or to use the restroom, this too will bring the pair to the final destination. At this stage, the client is irrevocably intertwined with the design staff and will leave having not only developed confidence in his project, but also having made new confidence for any future projects they may have. From this view of the common room, you can see into the underloft where the kitchen is located, as well as where the staircase comes out next to the sofa, and the upstairs interior balcony. From this view of the underloft, the location of the kitchen and the bathroom can be seen. Not shown in this view are the seating arrangements further on the left. This is the work center where the design staff will spend most of their time. Inside this room, there are 3 rotating 3-sided whiteboards to help keep track of projects as well as share notes with other designers. The desk space and the shelf space are shared in the circular room. This is to help encourage collaboration among the designers. From this view of the underloft, the seating arrangements for the kitchen can be seen, as well as the intentionally cozy atmosphere of the area. Shown here is the bathroom located in the undercroft next to the work center and adjacent from the kitchen. This view is located on the upper floor, from which you can see over the balcony into the common area, as well as the inspiration wall bearing the company's logo. This is the inspiration wall shown in full. On this wall, you can see the company's logo, as well as the company's theme, Designers That Listen, Designs That Speak. The colorful nature of this wall is meant to liven up the atmosphere so that designers and clients alike have enough visual stimulus to promote prolonged conversation. A universal underlying theme throughout this office is a sense of interconnectivity. From the moment you enter, you instantly inhabit the same space as everyone else in the office. The interior balcony and the open doorways allow users to interact even if they are on separate floors. The upper balcony is a great space to welcome the client and exchange greetings. The purpose of this node is to introduce the client to the office and the environment. The common area serves as a junction point for all other parts of the office. In this space, clients may meet with all members of the design staff and experience the interconnected nature of the office. The stark contrast in ceiling height between the common room and the kitchen is done to separate the office into 2 main spaces. The common room provides the stimulus needed to encourage conversation, while the kitchen area is designed to be more personal. This space makes for a comfortable environment to discuss topics that might otherwise be left out. Inside the workplace, a team of designers can capitalize on project collaboration. The area is open and the desk space is shared, providing for a very close-knit synthesis of creative talent. Thank you for viewing this presentation. This has been the Cynosure Office Design by Austin Fiedler.